Thanks for coming back and joining us again to hang out some more. So in one of our previous episodes, a couple of our previous episodes, we made Viking blood mead, and we made a batch of dragon's breath mead. So before we move it into secondary fermentation, first thing we want to do is all those fruits and everything that we've added in, we want to take those out. It's been about 3 weeks now. We're going to go ahead and take those out. Now again, everything here has been sanitized. The table back here has been sanitized. Everything I'm working with has all gotten the Star San treatment. So we're going to go ahead and start by popping this lid off. And we want to minimize the amount of oxygen that we get in there. We're also going to take a reading. Okay, set this down right over here. Now we've got a pan that we're going to toss everything into. So that's our Viking blood mead. We're going to scoop that out. And now we'll go ahead and we're going to scoop out our cherries. We're going to do it nice and easy. Strain these out. I don't want to agitate it a lot. We go through this nice and slow. We're going to take our time. So I'm going to let some of the juice drain off here as well. It smells really good. Now, if anybody has an idea of something to do with the cherries after they've come out, leave a comment below. I'd love to get some good ideas of things that we can do with the cherries for the next batch that we make. Try not to stir up the lees below. So lees, what are lees? L-E-E-S. That is the sediment at the bottom of your must, of your brew. All the dead yeast and stuff like that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a reading on this. On there tight. And I didn't have any. We want to see what our reading, our alcohol content reading is on this. Go. We're going to take this and put this back into our sanitation bucket before we use it over here. And again, we put our hydrometer in, give it a spin. And we are actually right at 1.000. I was hoping to get it a little bit sweeter than that, so this has gone dry. That's okay, we can back sweeten it. Here. first glass comes from Black Star Farms. So my wife and I did a winery tour up north in the Traverse City area, and one of the wineries we went to was Black Star Farms. We did the whole tour. We went to like 5 different wineries. It was a blast. We had a great time. We rented a driver. He drove us around. This way here we didn't have to handle the driving. That was about 4 or 5 years ago we did that. I'm going to take just enough to get a taste. I'm going to pour this back gingerly because I don't want to stir up any sediment, because we're going to go ahead and do our first racking of this today as well. Well, actually it looks like I stirred up a little bit too much sediment. So I'm going to put the lid back on and I'm going to let it sit for a couple more days, and then we'll do the racking. Smells good. Definitely needs some aging though. Oh, good Lord. Yes, it needs some aging on it. So, oh, we need to get some more kicked up here. Get more of this out. So we are going to give this a few more days in this bucket, and then we are going to rack it off into one of our glass carboys. I'm going to refill this. Using Star Sand. There we go. That on there. Get this sealed up. Okay. One done. We'll move this over here. Move this out of the way. Now, let's get rid of this stuff. Okay, now for the Dragon's Breath mead. Right here. Okay, so now from here, I'm going to go ahead and scoop out everything from here. Make sure you get those jalapenos out. And just like our Viking's blood, we're not going to rack this today. We're going to wait a few days, let everything settle back down, and then we'll rack it out. Are you going to prevent all of the sediment from coming up on the first racking? No. You'll get some of the sediment in, which is why I usually do multiple rackings. Okay. And let's go ahead and rinse this out as well. By making sure that it's sanitized well, you can also pour what you measure back in. washed up. Got this washed up and sanitized. I was saying, you want to make sure that if you're doing two at the same time, that you wash things well. You don't want to cross-contaminate flavors. Where I've got everything well sanitized, I can actually, even after measuring, put what we measure back into our bucket here. Our hydrometer. Put it in. Give it a spin. And this one is at 1020? Yeah. 1020, 1030. So that's where we want it to be. So again, we're going to give it just a couple days. Let's sediment. Go back down. And then we will rack it from there. Recap it. Refill our airlock with fresh. Refill our airlock with fresh Sandy Star water. Okay. Seal this back up. Give it a couple days, and then we will rack it over. Okay. Hey, thanks for stopping by and hanging out again. I really appreciate it. We're going to give both the Viking's Blood and the Dragon's Breath mead a couple days for the settlement to go back down to the bottom, and then we will use our siphon to get the liquid out, get the mead out, put into some glass carboys, and then we'll cap them off with airlocks again and let them age for quite a while that way there. In the meantime, if you've enjoyed this video, go ahead and click that like button and then hit the subscribe button as well. It doesn't cost you anything, doesn't make me anything either, it makes me happy. So click the like button, click the subscribe button. If you want to be notified, hit the bell icon that's somewhere around on the screen here. And I'm going to have a couple other videos right over here and a subscribe button right here. Take a minute, click them. Thanks again. Hope to see you next time.